Introducing the starting five for your Los Angeles Lakers. At the small forward position, at 6'6" number 7, Troy Brown Jr. At the point guard position, 6'1", number 21, Patrick Beverly. Starting at the other guard, 6'4", number 4, Lonnie Walker IV. In the middle, 6'10", number 3, A.D. Anthony Davis. At forward, 6'9", number 6, LeBron James.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you very much. Now, the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe, D.A., less is more. And thanks for the report. And now Washington's starting group. Kuzma will step in at the 4, with Porzingis at center. Morris and Beal are the guards. And it's Avdia in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, they'll go small with LeBron at the 4 and Davis at the 5. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Brown, and it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. Right here's a classic NBA question. Who's been the best franchise in league history? Celtics or the Lakers?
Come on, Kevin. You are putting me on the spot, but I'd go with the Lakers. More superstars over the years, and I think that 2000s run with Kobe and company, that put them ahead in my estimation.
Now here's Brown. And the pass to Walker for the 3. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Washington Wizards. Morris kicks to Kuzma. Fires the 3. Rebound the Lakers. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Porzingis sets the pick for Beal. Over Beverly, Beal can't get it to go. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Davis with a screen on Kuzma. James finds Davis. Count it, good. This game features 2 teams who really hit the board, rebounding hard. What a fight it's going to be, Clark, tonight on the glass.
You know, that's always one of the key stats in any basketball game. Who can dominate the glass? Who can control the glass? Boxing out going to be critically important in this one.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Beverly, the pass to Davis, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Davis setting the pick for Walker. Off target from outside. Wizards have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Beverly. And he banks in the layup.
Beverly can make it hard on the defense now because his ball control is really tight. Does a nice job maneuvering around the defense.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Avdia kicks to Kuzma. No good from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Beverly dishes to LeBron. Misses the 3. For Washington, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pass to Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Washington. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Inside, Porzingis has a lot of advantages. He's stronger than he looks, and we know how tall he is, north of 7 feet, and he's got a super soft touch.
Here's James. Davis with a screen on Kuzma. It's blocked.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Lakers lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Washington, trailing by 2. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
We've got Thomas Bryant, Russell Westbrook out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Reeves in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And it's Schroeder missing. It's Barton on the wing to the inside. Now here's Schroeder. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Reeves. Fires for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
Pass to Westbrook. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
How about that dish by Schroeder? Always a good idea to get it to the open man. That's just good basketball.
Davis finds Barton. Offered a screen on Westbrook. Here's Barton. That one a little long. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Now, here's Kispert. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Gafford.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Westbrook against Barton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
As one of the biggest stars in the NBA, Russell Westbrook, Clark, puts a lot of energy into his charity work.
Yeah, he really does, and I don't know how many people really recognize that, but I know he's appreciated for it. He started the Why Not Foundation to help underserved communities, and they're doing some great work. Russ said, why not, has always been his attitude whenever he's pursuing a tough goal, and thus he named his foundation the same way.
That's good from Westbrook.
And over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. And so he's able to get one of two.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Davis with a screen on Beal. Here's Nunn on the money with the open jumper. Nunn's got his first points of the night. The Wizards have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Porzingis sets the pick for Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Davis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Washington shooting their first free throws of the evening. And the first one drops. And Morris drops them both. The Lakers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Kuzma against LeBron. Three-pointer. And no good in the last second attempt this time. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
That's a great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West. And if your team is right in the middle of that pack, how does that affect your mindset as a player?
Well, being in the middle means you're good, but not great. And that probably does bother some guys mentally.
I trust Kenny on that. He knows a lot about being good, but not great.
No, I'm only in the middle of pictures, brother.
And taking a look back now at the first half of play, the Lakers find themselves in a tight one.
You look at the play of their bench, this second unit is doing exactly what coach is looking for. It's a luxury to have this kind of support.
I mean, I know we talk about team depth all the time, but that's been the difference tonight. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And the accepted wisdom is role players tend to play better at home than on the road. And I've always wondered, Clark, how does that affect them more than stars?
You know, I don't know if I actually buy into that. I do think there's a comfort level when you're at home. I think it's always a little more pressurized to be the home team because you have some additional distractions. Typically, role players are a little more inconsistent overall just based on their particular positions, but that's why you don't call them stars. You call them role players.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Running at the wings, Beal and Avdija. Kuzma will step in at the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Morris in at the 1 spot. LeBron against Kuzma. LeBron passes to Davis. Now Kuzma. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Morris kicks to Kuzma. Porzingis with a screen on LeBron. They get a hand on it. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. And a player opt-out for Kyle Kuzma after this season. GA probably hoping to earn himself a raise.
Yeah, and he's a worker looking to round out his game and take that next step as he's just entering his prime.
5 to shoot. Beal from long range. Good on the triple. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for Washington.
And that's money from Beal. He's so crafty at finding space in that deep corner.
Here's Walker. Feeds it to Davis. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Wizards. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season.
And when I look at Washington, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
To the middle. That is good, and the Wizards lead is cut down to 1 and a bucket from LeBron.
You know, with AD's improved court awareness, when guys on his team get open, he'll find them.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button. We saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, die-hard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. And he knocks down the first one. Clark, when it comes to running the pick and roll, Monte Morris is more than capable, isn't he?
Yeah, Kevin, he's got such great feel and pace. See, that's what some young players don't understand. You can't go 100 miles an hour all the time. You got to play with pace as well as smarts. And he's got a really good feel for how to navigate those 2 areas well.
And Morris drops them both. One of my favorite eras in NBA history, Clark, the 80s Showtime Lakers.
Man, I played against those guys. Thankfully, it was just twice a year as we were in the Eastern Conference. Those dudes were unbelievable. Magic running the point. Kareem still playing at a high level down low. Worthy finding his stride and finishing the break. They didn't just win titles. Showtime had a flavor that was fun to watch if you weren't being run out of the building by him.
Westbrook against Morris. Westbrook can't get it to go. And Morris has got the ball here for Washington. It's a 1-point game. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And that one's good. Barton
shoots an impressive percentage from inside now. I like watching Barton do his thing from this area.
The pass to Westbrook. Left side, Davis. Schroeder against Morris. They set the pick from 12 feet out. And it's Schroeder missing. Wizards leading by 3. Morris dishes to Barton. Releases. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Wizards out front, leading by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They'll go small with LeBron at the 4 and Davis at the 5. Patrick Beverly out there, Kendrick Nunn. And it's Walker in at the 3. That's the Laker 5.
LeBron deals with a ton of physical defense, and he dishes out some physical contact, too. But that's why he works so hard on his body. I mean, you might foul him, but you're not going to push him around. No way, Jose.
Free throw good, James.
You think about LeBron's career, no matter where he's gone, he has impacted winning at the highest level. Remarkable.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Wizards with the lead. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's Beverly. James a screen on Davis. And Beverly kicks to Walker. To take the lead, and James with the basket on this is by Walker. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
They get it back, and Davis sends it back.
Not only does Davis have great skill, but he is tremendously agile. He can get shots from just about anywhere on the court.
Unable to get that one. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Davis surveying the floor. Outside, Beal. Davis setting the pick for Beal. Drills it from outside. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Beverly, the pass to Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And no time for Davis to doubt himself here. He needs to maintain his focus.
At the line for the Lakers, Anthony Davis. At the line for 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You want to talk about clutch. AD is no stranger to being put in these types of situations.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Avdiiv's checked in for the Wizards. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You know, with that combination of strength and length, Davis can easily overwhelm defenders and get himself to the foul line.
Walker against Beal. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Washington, Bradley Beal. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And for a #1 option like Brad Beal, you embrace these moments.
Monte Morris is checked in for Davis. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
James in the post. He's against Kuzma. And the dunk by James.
There is no doubt about who they were going to on that one. Of course not. LeBron coming through.
Here's Beal. And the shot goes in. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
Not shying away from the spotlight. Beal wanting to be the guy to come up big for his team.
James finds Davis. Yes!
Poised under pressure to produce at the right time in the big time. AD.
Washington calls timeout. They're in front by 1. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles going to get a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
During that break, Coach Wes Unseld Jr. had some advice for the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now.
Thank you, David.
And this is what Beal does. He puts pressure on the defenders and makes them compromise when he does.
Taking 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And quite simply, Beal is an all-NBA player in our league, a multi-dimensional guard who does many things well, especially scoring the ball.
He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Come on, man. Stand up and make some noise.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. James finds Walker. On the wing, Morris. Down low. It's stolen by Brown.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
Here's James. Rebound, Washington.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
Shooting for Washington, Bradley Beal. 2
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're down by 4. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Back to Westbrook. Over Morris. And the Lakers with another miss. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's right. No other option but to foul and for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Monte Morris at the line for two.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. LeBron passes to Walker. There's Brown with the 3. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Wizards with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Brad. Every defensive wrinkle they could think of, they threw at you tonight, the doubles, the traps, but I know that's nothing new for you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and it's only going to get tougher. But I'm confident in myself and my game, so the more the merrier.
Maybe they'll quintuple team you next time. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our New Balance player of the game, Bradley Beal.